maisha ni ya ghetto, msaliti ni peto, sharia muna kwao, wazimu pia na hao, furaha sio mfano, ukabila ni kwao, hapo nishafika, kweli ni Afrika, kadiri na shika, furaha kwa nini, kani muziki, beef na fiki, hit na dhiki, muda muna wiki, mimi na himziki, split ni mukiki, kutafuta ziki, kwa makini mfulisi, mchima la sili, filmi.
And we cannot become a people until the people, this group, respects the female among them. The female must respect and understand her role within the group, within nature itself. Until this is done, there can be no improvement. There can be no progression. So you might as well stay exactly where you're at. In fact, you will stay exactly where you're at. Because there's no place for an unnatural people in the natural world. That's why you and the majority of the human beings on this planet who have become unnatural, that's why you conflict with the natural world. And when you are fighting or you have a conflict with nature, you're going to lose. There's no power you have. I don't care how smart you are. When you decide to take on nature, and the reality is, in religious thinking process, you have decided, I'm going to take on God. Then you have decided it is time for you to become extinct, because you will never be able to defeat nature. You'll never be able to defeat this planet, the reality of this life. No matter how you think it should be, nature will always come out on top. There have been many life forms prior to ourselves who have come and gone. Many we don't know anything about. You might find a bone or something strange to show that they were here, but they decided that they wanted to fight nature. They decided they didn't want to change. They decided, whatever they decided, nature put them in the ground. Because if you can't do or serve a purpose on top of the ground, maybe it's best that you go in the ground and you will serve this planet in a better position. I want to say very quickly, just to make us think some more. On Facebook, you can do your research. I'm just going to put out this information. I don't know if it's true. I don't know how false it is, but it gives us something to think about. This word queen, many of you sisters and brothers, soul brothers and sisters, y'all like the word queen for your female. That's my queen. She's my queen. I love my queen. Well, on Facebook, someone showed where there's a, I guess you call it derivative of the word queen, Q-U-E-E-N. There's another word where it actually comes from. They say, or they wrote that it's Q-W-E-E-N, and Q-W-E-E-N, queen, means prostitute, means whore. Wow. Very shocking. And a lot of sisters saw that. I don't want to be a queen no more. But this goes to show that under male domination, the male gives the female these titles actually to degrade you. According to the series Hidden Colors by brother Taalik Nasheed, at one time, female or male could be a king. We know that in ancient Kemet, that a pharaoh could be male or female. But when you are under male domination, when you are under the rules and the influence of what they call a patriarchy, a patriarchal society, then you must degrade the woman. You must put her in an inferior position. So we come up with this word queen, and it gives the illusion like the queen has the same power, the same influence as the king, of which is male, and that is far from the truth, as it has been revealed through this simple wording that queen, Q-W-E-E-N, means prostitute or whore, and that's how the female has been looked upon for centuries. Listen, for centuries among those within a patriarchal society. Now, the subject also that I've chosen is black men's failure to support black women. And of course, it's easy for the black male to come forward. The black woman, she has failed. She don't support the black man, and so forth. This is how I respond to that. Such is true. Such could be true. But we do know that the female, going all the way back to slavery, the sisters, the black woman, has supported this black man who has been destroyed for centuries. It's just now within our modern times that she's gotten to the point where she can't take it no more, and now she's fallen victim to the propaganda and the media and the hype of outsiders. And this is because even after going on 500 years, this black man, you have yet to become a man and protect her and provide for her and do the things that you claim you're supposed to do. You have failed. So you have an unprotected woman, but you expect this unprotected woman to respect you as a full-fledged man. You are asking for the impossible. No one in their right mind would give you, in order for you to get what you believe you should get, you have to earn it. Going on 500 years, you sit on your ass, you don't protect. That's a fact. You don't protect. You are a poor excuse for a provider. You don't do anything. But yet and still you want all this respect and this honor and so forth. That's not how it works. And even so, if the black woman does not support the black man, does that mean you stop doing what you feel that you need to do? Oh, the black woman needs to support me, and you cry and you whine. I don't care if not one black woman, which this is a lie, because black women support black men. There's no doubt about that. Because in a patriarchal society, she is conditioned to view you as the big stuff. So there are many sisters who carry, there's many sisters, soul sisters, who believe that the man is the leader. No matter how pitiful and pathetic you are, she will support you because the man supposed to be the leader. So she will support you. But it makes no difference to what she thinks, whether she supports you or not. You do what you're supposed to do. Do your job. It makes no difference what she talks about. Just like a woman, just like a mother. It makes no difference how these children complain and what these children want. Mama got to do her job. As a father, you have to do your job. It makes no difference with the children, whether the children like you or not. You get 18 and get the hell out of my house. But until then, as your parents, as your mother, as your father, then I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to exercise my role. And speaking of roles, when we speak about the men being in charge and the leaders, that is unnatural. And you don't like that, or you can't comprehend that women should be in leadership position because we live this unnatural life. Patriarchy, living under a patriarchal society, that's unnatural. When you compare our lifestyle to the natural world, and since you are a mammal, whether you like it or not, we are mammals. Any life form that feeds their children, their babies, milk is a mammal. Why are you different than the cow and the moose and any animal, the elephant, the tiger? Why are you different? In the natural world, among mammals, either the males, you roll along, which many of you do. The only thing you do is like some of the males, you get the woman pregnant and you roll out. But if you are in a family unit, then your job is simply to protect and provide a little bit. But within the family group among mammals, it's a matriarchal society, a matriarchal family group. The females run the show. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody just do their job. Be happy. But see, the male, what has happened is that the man or the male human being is actually jealous of the female. That's so pathetic and pitiful. You want to be like the woman. You want the praise. In the natural world, the female is number one. It is not the male. Males are what they call it, collateral damage. They, you can throw males away. I'm sorry, I'm a male myself, but unfortunately, I mean, that's how it is in nature. That's the reality of it. The primary gender, the number one gender is the female, whether you like it or not. I know a situation where you have a husband and a wife. And of course, there are no children involved. Then the wife, they began to have children. And this is so pathetic. But the husband actually began to get jealous of his children. Listen to me. The husband began to get jealous of his children because the mother had to begin to give attention. She was breastfeeding. She had to give her attention to her baby, the baby she was having. So now that she's a mother, she has to take care of these children. She has to take care of the home. She's washing dishes. She's washing clothes, vacuuming the floor, and the things that women are supposed to do. She's tired. She don't have the time. She don't have the energy like she did prior to having babies to give to her husband, and her husband is jealous. He's jealous of the babies. This man won't even babysit his own children. He's running around looking for an affair because he's jealous and he's hurt. Oh, how pathetic, how pitiful you've become. The male has become an attention whore. You want praise. You want celebrity. Look at YouTube. Look at social media. All these suckers, all these men, they want you. Look at me. They want praise. They want you to give them attention. And they want you to coddle them. Oh, baby, everything you say is right. Don't worry about them. Everything you say is right. You want to cuddle it, and they want to suckle on somebody's breast. Attention seekers. How pathetic. And women supposed to be attracted to you? Do your job as a man. Understand what the male role is. You can't comprehend women being in leadership because the woman that you're looking at right now, she's unnatural. Just like the black folks, the so-called black folks in America. You are a product of races. She is a product of centuries of exploitation. She's not her natural self. The black man and woman in this country, we are not our natural selves. We are a product of races. So this is why you can't comprehend black people in a superior position. You can't comprehend women in a leadership position because of our current condition that is really of a destroyed place in life. But if you are a real man, then you get on your job to undo the harm that has been done to your woman and begin to uplift her and put her back where she needs to be. And as you do that, her whole nature begins to change, where she begins to look more towards that maternal natural instinct that she has inside of herself. Do your job. And many of you men, you have a religious background, or even if you don't have a religious background, you still think you have this same type of thinking process where you have a God figure and you have a devil figure. And devil is opposite of God. So if we live in a society, clearly God did not create this. This is the society created by devils. And if God is opposite of devil, but in this society, men are supposed to be the heads of the household in devil society, then in God's society, then who is supposed to be the heads of the household? In nature, woman is number one. In God's society, woman is number one. But in devil, deceitful because it's unnatural. Devil represents being unnatural. Devil represents deceit. The black man and all men, you are out of your nature. That's why the world that you build is filled with violence, rape, and murder and destruction. But if you had any type of maternal instinct within you, which you don't, a woman's nature is to bring life. Even when a female gives birth to a dead baby, you still see that woman, that female animal, treat that dead baby like it was alive. That's her real nature. She's a life giver, while the male, you have been conditioned and you've been turned into a murderer and a destroyer of life. That's why abortion, that's why you can make abortion legal.
Things that make you go, you know, these aren't jokes, these are thoughts, these are things that make you say, this may seem terrible, but oh my God, I didn't know you were black.
Somebody said the other day, why do you hate him? Or why do you hate any of the people that you talk about? Why do you hate them so much? I hate their laziness. I hate their deceptive ways. I hate their bad intentions. I hate their fucking soul. You understand? And I'm going to tell you why. Because their soul ain't right. It's black. It's dark. Much like their heart. They don't care about you. They could care less about you. You could be starving today and have helped them for 5 years straight, and they wouldn't bat an eye. They wouldn't even respond back to you. And I know this to be true because I have received emails from so many people that have told me so. Diehards, fans, people that gave faithfully, people that bought into everything that they had for sale. And then when they needed help, these niggas turned their backs on them. They had to find out the hard way. And it seems like all of you, the rest of you, will have to find out the hard way as well. Why wait until you have to go through some bullshit? Get out now so you won't have to go through it. And be glad that somebody cares enough to warn you about these lazy ass niggas, these deceptive ass niggas, Decepticons.
Wow. I want to talk about this movie, Get Out. It's a movie called Get Out. I actually don't want to talk about the movie. I don't give a damn about the movie Get Out. What is a movie? A movie is entertainment. That's all that it is. Entertainment. But my rant is about the so-called Negro, the African American, the pro-blackness, or whatever y'all want to call yourself. You want to philosophize and break down and the hidden secrets of a stupid movie. And you have been doing this for a long time. Here we are. Listen. The so-called Negro, the descendants of slaves, born in America, having dark skin. You are in a situation, a life and death situation. I guess you don't realize this. It's just mind-boggling to me. You are in a life and death situation, but you actually have the time to make hour-long videos or more about a stupid movie. It's entertainment. And you want to philosophize. Is that a word? You want to break down and you want to show people the hidden secrets in this stupid movie. Now, what is hidden and the secret is how dumb and stupid the so-called Negro is. That's what you need to break down. That's what you need to philosophy about. How dumb and silly and ignorant. The problem here is, what brought me to this point is that I saw that a well-respected brother, what's his name? Dr. Boyce Watkins, an hour so long video about the movie Get Out. And there are other little videos about this dumb movie. And then we have Dr. Umar Johnson. He was supposed to be taking a break from his work, but he comes out of retirement from vacation so he can also make a movie. Make a video, the hidden secrets of the movie Get Out. Hour-long video. I don't see the dark European mind. All of you are dark Europeans. You can holler Hotep, Kemet, Hebrew, Israelite, Christian, all that black power. All of you are nothing but dark Europeans. You're not real about black liberation. You're not real about revolution. You're not real about your condition. Nobody has time to go to the damn movies like that. You're spending how many millions of dollars on a dumb movie because you're comfortable here. You should be building a boat and get out of this damn racist country. That's what you need to be doing. Oh, wow. If there is a God, I pray to God that this racist put you out and tell all of you Negroes to get out. Nothing but a bunch of comfortable slaves. A bunch of folks running around who really are comfortable being a slave, but you're doing all this damn talking to make people believe you are serious about improving your condition when actually you enjoy your condition. When I was incarcerated, many of you know that I was unjustly incarcerated. They want to take us to the movies. I'm not interested in no damn movie. I want to get out of here. They want to try to set me up with some chick and get me in the bed with some woman. And all these things are to get my mind off of getting myself free. You want to go to the movies. So while you go to the movies, you're actually comfortable living in racism. You're going to enjoy a movie. I don't want to enjoy a movie. I don't care about Disneyland. I don't care about nothing this racist nation has to offer. I would be so happy that these racists kick all of you out. Especially the first ones that need to go is this pro-black, let's separate and build our own nation. Those are the first Negroes who went to the movies to talk about Get Out. Those are the first ones that the crackers need to throw out of the country. Put the Negroes, the American Negro, put us on the immigration list and you build a real big wall. Matter of fact, don't only build a wall, build one of those domes, put a dome and a bubble around them so these Negroes can't come back. Ain't nothing but a bunch of happy slaves. That's all we are, a bunch of happy, comfortable slaves. The general population who are nothing but comfortable slaves, I understand why they want to trip off the movies, because that's all they want to do is drink liquor, do drugs, kiss the cracker in his backside, and be entertained and enjoy their comfortable slave life. That's understandable from them. But when you have Dr. Watkins and somebody like Umar Johnson and so many of these other supposed to be pro-black, you have the time and you have the money to give to a stupid movie. I don't care nothing about the movie. If I ever watch the dumb movie, it's going to be a bootleg. I'm not paying a dime. Because when you come here, when you come to this ministry, I'm very serious about freedom. I'm very serious about revolution and liberation and getting the hell out of here. We are. You want to have this philosophy and you want to reveal the hidden secrets. Let me show you a real hidden secret. A real hidden secret was this new videotape that shows Michael Brown exchanging I guess marijuana for cigars, and the devils knew about this, but they didn't even put that on the table. If you want to talk about something, put everything on the table, but they didn't let the public know about this. So here are a bunch of silly folks. He's a thug and he's this and he's that and that and that. We always judging somebody we don't even know. And we also know that the media, we know that the police, and we know that the politicians, we know all these folks are a bunch of liars. They are deceivers. We know that. I would rather take the side of a criminal till you prove to me that this man did not do what he or she you claim they did, because we know that in the justice system, especially when it comes to dark-skinned people, we know that these crimes are could be exaggerated, fabricated, or outright lie. So you have many soul brothers and sisters in prisons and jails and mental institutions all over this planet. That's right, the planet. Not only the United States. But let me stick to what we geographically know. All over this country, who may have done a little something, but you know that the sentences that they have been given is outrageous. And here we are, a new tape has been revealed to show a different light of Michael Brown, And people are so, these nuts are so arrogant. They can't, well, maybe I misjudged. That's, see, arrogant type. And you want to live here. You want to go to the movies. You want to go to Disneyland. You want to do all these different things. Make hour-long videos. What else could we have accomplished in an hour? Talking about the hidden secret. And then, okay, if it's a hidden secret, how are you know? Oh, you're so wise. Oh, that's what it is. You're so wise and you're so smart. You can look at this movie and you can see things that I can't see. Well, guess what I can see, Negro? I see that you're still a damn slave. I see that you still love your marijuana. You're still a dark European, comfortable slave. No more, no less. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that. I can see that you're fake. You want to put on this paint job. You want to give this illusion like you really don't enjoy being locked up when actually you do. Here we are talking about nation building and all this. Here we are, you have a nation called Liberia. It has its problems, but y'all so smart, you're so intelligent, and you can look into the hidden, you can find hidden secrets. Why can't you go to Liberia, help those brothers and sisters solve their internal problem? You have the land that you need. You can build a school. You can build a nation. All the things that you talk about. You don't have to build a nation. The nation is already there. The only thing you have to do is improve the condition. You can make it the way that you believe it should be if you're so damn smart and you know it all. And you have the supreme wisdom. Now, the thing about Liberia is, see, you know, if you go mess with Liberia with your garbage, those people will put you to a tree and shoot you outright with your crap. They are not playing games. In America, you get up every day, hot water, cold water. You put on your pretty bathrobe, your suit. You go out and talk and run your damn mouth. You don't worry about being assassinated. You don't worry about somebody breaking in your house and killing you and your family. You don't worry about stuff like that. All y'all comfortable. You get up, get in that heavy traffic every morning and go to your slave job. Woo! So y'all can see I'm pissed off. Because I'm serious. Why wouldn't you want to be serious? Because if you gain your liberation, if you become truly free, you'll put yourself in a much better position than begging and pretending to be something that, see, that's a hypocrite. A hypocrite is somebody pretending to be someone they are not. And that's what I'm surrounded by. A bunch of hypocrites. You don't want to separate. The reality is you don't want to separate from massa. You like this. Once you know the secrets of this movie, so what? And what? Okay, so now what? Okay, now you have revealed the secrets, the hidden whatever it is of Get Out. Now what? This is why the Negro is a lost cause. You are an eternal slave. You was created by the racists to be a slave. That's all that you know. The only thing you can do is pretend to be a revolutionary. Pretend to be somebody who advocates liberation. That's all you can do is pretend. You'll never be real. That's why you stay the hell away from this temple. Because in order to be real, a lot of this other nonsense you have to reject. And being real means real sacrifice and eat, you might even have to die. Because that's just the reality of liberation. Some folks left, and they actually are angry because I am angry that it seems as though, matter of fact, it's not seems as though, you have a group of people that y'all looking up to and you praise, and they are playing games. I am a grown man. I don't have to tell nobody that. Anyone with eyes can see. I'm a grown man. I am an adult. You cannot give me a lollipop. I don't want to. What are you giving me a lollipop? I remember when I was in my 20s, which still makes me a grown man. I remember my employer, instead of giving us real money, a bonus for Christmas, I think it was Christmas, they actually gave us a lollipop, some kind of lollipop and some kind of Christmas card. I'm like, are these people serious? You know, you really insulting me. And see, all these people that you admire, that you praise, they are the scholars, they know it all or whatever. You are insulting my intelligence. I am not impressed because all I see from them is they are giving you a lollipop. And who do you usually give a lollipop to? You give a lollipop or a sucker to a sucker. You give a lollipop to a child. And you are satisfied with that. Now, I understand things take time. But how much time do it take? And how much time do you have? That's the question. How much time do you have? You actually believe you can take all the time that you want to. That's not how life works. When you are waiting on a bus, and that bus is supposed to be, or the schedule is that bus supposed to be at this particular spot at 9:15, and you don't get there till 9:30, don't expect the bus to be there. Because if that bus is on time, that bus was there at 9:15, you wasn't there, and that bus moves on. Here we are, going on 500, not 200, 300, 30 months, 30 days, going on 500 years, and we are still stuck in this type of condition, and you act like you can't get your way out. You talk about you have the supreme knowledge, the supreme wisdom, and the supreme this, and you the original, and you so fantastic, but yet you still sit in a slave-like condition. How long is it going to take you? 500 years? Oh, I don't want to. That type of leadership, I don't want nothing to do with. I'm glad you telling me it's going to take these guys 500 years to get you where you're going. And many of you really don't care that it takes that long because you have 2 or 3 cars sitting in your driveway. You got your pretty degree on the wall. You live comfortable. You're not really suffering. You complaining, but you're not really suffering or nothing like that. So you actually are happy being a comfortable slave. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. But I don't like living with racists. I don't like this condition. I don't want it for me. I don't want it for my grandniece and grandnephews and nieces and future generations. I don't want that for us. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. And I want better. I don't want them to be like you out there in TV land, a comfortable Negro slave. So you are impressed by these Negroes talk. That's all they do. It's a bunch of talk. Let me tell you what these so-called leaders remind me of. I used to teach people how to drive a car. And you ever see someone and just look back at yourself when you first learned how to drive a car. You got behind the wheel and you don't know what to do. You looking at the instruments and the wheel and the accelerator and all the stuff on the dash, and you don't know, and you just touching stuff and messing with things. You don't know what you're doing. You have so-called black leadership and y'all praise them and you support them, and they do not know what the hell they are doing. It's point blank. It's just like getting behind the wheel of a car and they just looking around and they don't know what this knob does. They don't know how to steer right. And these are the people that you are following. Now, you would not get on a bus with a driver that would do that. You would look at that person, if they were stumbling around, looking at the bus and didn't know exactly what you would not get on a bus like that, because clearly you could see this guy, I'm not going to get on a bus, and this guy don't know how to drive. But you do this with your black leadership. You get on these trains because this person talks. He's very articulate. He's a scholar. What scholarship have anything to do with revolution? What does it have anything to do with it? How smart and intelligent, how you can break down the Bible, how you can break down the Quran and all, and history. Where in history, where in revolution does that fall? Where was it used and it was successful? It was used. It's nowhere. That's not how you become liberated. You must liberate your mind. But these guys, then I was teaching people how to drive, and somebody would get in the car with me and they would start talking. They would start talking like they already know how to drive. I'm just there. So if you know how to drive, what's the purpose of me trying to teach you? So here they are, getting behind the wheel and just talking. They talk like they know what they're doing. But there's a reason why they are there with me to teach them how to drive, because they don't know how to drive the vehicle. You're listening to so-called black leadership and these other people running around here. They don't know what they're doing. You are wasting resources. You're wasting a lot of money. You're wasting a lot of time going nowhere because they don't know what they are doing. And I'm very disappointed in somebody like Louis Farrakhan, and I bring him up all the time. Has nothing to do with being a hater. Has nothing to do with I have a dislike for Louis Farrakhan or the Nation of Islam or anything like that. You are wasting resources. You're going nowhere. Just because somebody is popular. Popular does not feed my family. Popular does not put food on my table. Popular does not keep you from getting shot by a racist pig in the street. Popular does not help your situation at all. Popular just makes you comfortable in your horrible condition. That's all it does, and that's all it has done for the 40 years Louis Farrakhan has been teaching. You have become comfortable, a comfortable slave. No more, no less. I'm very disappointed in him, and I always bring him up because of his popularity. And I wonder why folks keep supporting, and clearly you can see nothing is happening. This particular person does not know how to drive the car. Million Man March. What did it accomplish? Show me, please. It did not show it. Matter of fact, Louis Farrakhan left the country. He was so embarrassed because he did not, he knew he had blew it. You had the ears of black of Black America, so-called Black America, we can call this Black America, the descendants of slaves, born in America, having dark skin, you was agnostic, you was Muslim, you was Christian, you was Kemite. Louis Farrakhan in 1995 had the ears of the so-called black nation and blew it. That's just the bottom line. And he left the country and did not return for 2 years. Wow, what does that tell you? Keep talking about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad 3-year economic program. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad 5-year economic program. Well, it's been 40 years. 3 goes into 40 how many times? 5 go into 40 how many times? How many economic programs have you had? What's the result? Please show me. Y'all can't handle reality. You can't handle the truth of things. Just recently, we had Justice or Else. Don't even hear about Justice or Else anymore. What did it accomplish? What did it do? Except give a bunch of Caucasian people who own gas stations and motels and restaurants. It helped them. We know that it helped them. What did it do for any black community, any black individual, dark-skinned individual? What did it do for the people of Seoul? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Y'all support these people. Thousands of you. You just want to give your money away. Here you are. 100 years for Marcus Garvey. And you have not even accomplished what Marcus Garvey accomplished. And during the time of Marcus Garvey, they were actually, the racists actually were lynching black folks. Actually murdering us outright. Jim Crow and all these different things. You don't have all those different things our ancestors had. And you, thousands of you have accomplished nothing. And you want to get angry at me because I'm pointing this out because you following somebody that's popular. They have a lot of scholarship. Scholarship does not free anybody. Scholarship does not put food on nobody's table. You're still eating the white man's food. You're still getting the white man's education. You're still spending the white man's money. Everything about you is white. So when they said, play that funky music, white boy, we don't know if it's an actual white boy or it's you, because you just as white as they are. Then we have Umar Johnson, and I had much hope in Umar Johnson, but he's become so arrogant, so self-grandiose. And I don't know why Umar Johnson is so grandiose. Because he's a doctor. A doctor of psychology means nothing. It's one of the easiest degrees that you can get. The people in education are not impressed because you have a doctorate of psychology. It's nothing. And Dr. Umar Johnson also knows that the science, this discipline of psychology, has no valid, it has no credence. It's not credible. Even in the Diagnostic Symptoms Manual, which is the Bible of psychiatry, it would tell you as you open the book, we just guessing, we really don't understand mental illness. It tells you that. And he has a doctorate in guessing. And you have all these other individuals. What is he? The General Cyrus said he? It's gone to his head. I'm the man to follow. Follow you for what? What is your plan? He has no plan. He tells his people, you know what to do. I'm inspiring you to be an African. Inspiring you to be something you never was. And if you was that, That was generations ago. You don't speak no African language. You don't do anything about no Africa. If you went to Africa right now, those people on the continent would know very quickly you are not one of them. We are foreign. In fact, many of us are foreign to our biological relatives right here in America. I have biological relatives. There's no doubt. We are relatives. There's no doubt about it. I don't know them. They don't know me. And when we meet each other, we look like strangers. And the reality is, they don't want to know me. I try to get to know. They don't want to. I'm not going to force you to love me. I'm not going to force you. And these are my biological relatives. So here you are trying to force yourself on people that have nothing. They don't know you at all. You are foreign to them. And you're going to force yourself. We are related and you're African and you want to. I don't know what's in your delusional mind. I don't know. That's not how things work. They don't know you. You don't know them. And just like I said about my biological relatives, just because we are biological relatives don't mean they want anything to do with me. So what? Hey, that's the reality of it. And this is something that we can't accept. Africa loves you. Yeah, right, sure. You have been here 500 years. I have not seen this love from the Africans that y'all talking about. I don't understand it. But what I do see is a bunch of y'all, you're so blinded by popularity. I don't know. The bottom line is you are comfortable slaves. I know what that's the problem. You are happy in your racism. But when you listen to Farrakhan and Seti and Umar Johnson or Polite and all these other cats that don't know what they're doing, they don't know what they're doing, because if they knew what they were doing, you could see that the car would be going somewhere. I would have no problem in supporting anybody. If Minister Farrakhan actually was doing something, I would support him. I supported him as an FYI. I wouldn't join the nation, but I would still support the nation, whatever they would be doing. I would support Umar Johnson. I would support any of these brothers or sisters that's actually moving the people forward. None, zero, none, zero, none of them are doing anything. And you like that because you're not doing anything and don't want to do nothing. You want to pretend. Marcus Garvey he couldn't pretend. The Nation of Islam in the early days couldn't pretend. The Moore Science Temple in the early days, they couldn't pretend. They had to be real about theirs. The Black Panther Party had to be real about theirs. But you are sitting here and you fake in yours. And so you get angry at me because I'm the man in the mirror, because I'm showing you how fake y'all are. Because if you was real, then you need to be angry. As a mature adult person, you should be angry and disappointed, because not only are you still in a slave-like condition, but you're going to pass it on to your babies.
Things that make you go, you know, these aren't jokes, these are thoughts, these are things that make you say, this may seem terrible, but my God, I didn't know you were black.
That's my new name for them, Decepticons. They're always fucking transforming into a new identity. Something that matches your likes or your dislikes. Because their target is your pockets. They always are fighting for your pockets. They always have an excuse to beg you for money. Oh, I'm trying to create a documentary. I'm trying to build a school. I'm trying to do this. And I'm trying to do that. And all the ideas that they have ain't worth fucking shit. Because if they really was real, such as a school, what the fuck is a school going to do for us right now, man? We don't even have a fucking future. So why build a fucking school? Why waste that money to build a school when you can inject programs in about 100 different communities for that kind of money? Programs and centers, drug rehabs. That's what we need. We need psychologists and doctors and nurses and to be inside these facilities, to be ready to help these people on the streets. There's so many people that's on the streets. These are the undesirables that rob you, by the way. These are the people that break in your houses, by the way. Huh? If they had an alternative, they wouldn't be doing that. But see, because there are no alternatives, then they're going to continue breaking into your houses. They're going to continue robbing your asses. They're going to continue acting like a motherfucking fool because you don't fucking care. Because you only care about yourselves. But you see where that has gotten you, right? You have created monsters. And now you just leave them to tear up the fucking city, to tear up our community. Come on, man. That's your monster. Control it, deal with it, and solve the fucking problem. We don't need another fucking documentary, man. Come on, man. How many documentaries have you viewed? Have you been a witness to? None of them made any difference in our society. Not a one of them. After you get through viewing that documentary, you sit it on the shelf and it collects dust, and that's it. You hate to even let anybody borrow it because you done paid so much for it. You overpaid for it. You paid for it 2 and 3 times, and these niggas, they collect the money. They give you this so-called knowledge that you think is so great, but guess what? If it was so great, it would have improved their lives, and they wouldn't have needed your money in the first place. But they take the money because they know that is more valuable than any kind of knowledge that they would offer you or hand to you in the form of a documentary or a lecture or a book or a YouTube fucking video. It's time for action right now. And the first act is to get rid of all these fucking frauds and these cheating, lazy ass criminals. That's the first act that we have to perform. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready? Are you willing to put your lives on the line for this? Are you willing to be your brother's keeper? It starts with this. We have to get rid of the trash, man. We have to clean this shit up before we do anything else. We got to get rid of these niggas, man. It is mandatory that we clean up our society. These niggas are filthy, man. They stink. We got to throw them away, take that trash to the dumpster, and let the trash man pick it up and take it away to the landfill to never